Welcome back to Get Lockered. This is Nancy, and I hope you're having a great day. Last night I made meatloaf in my oven, and I forgot to put a pan under the meatloaf. So the bottom of my oven and the sides of my oven and the door of my oven are totally nasty. And plus, with cooking, see how that I haven't wiped the stove down today from cooking breakfast, but around the rings I'm getting darkness. So what I'm going to do is mix up, let's pull this up here so you can see me. I'm going to mix up the stuff to clean my oven, and let me put my lunch meat in the refrigerator. I just came back from the grocery store. So what I'm going to do is get a big bowl here, and then come down here so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know. Can you see? Is it short enough? I don't know. Okay. So anyway, I need a these aren't my favorite, but it'll work because they're close. Okay, this is a 1/4 cup. So I need a 1/4 cup of plain old vinegar. You can use white vinegar, apple cider vinegar, any kind of vinegar. All right. Then a 1/2 cup of Dawn. I'm not sponsored. I'm just going to use the same measuring cup that I used for the vinegar so I don't have to dirty 2 of them up. There's a 1/4 cup. And 1/2 cup. And then I'm going to use, I don't know how much I have over here. Sure, it's not enough, so I bought more. I need a cup and you can see it's already starting to foam up in there. And then another 1/2 cup about of baking soda. And then I'm going to stir this all up. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see down in here? Stir this up and make a paste out of it right here. Let me turn this around. There. Now I can hold the bowl. So stir it up. Make it into a paste. It smells good. Then I'm just going to take this little crusty thing here. And I have to take the racks out. I'll clean those too, but you'll get the gist of what I'm doing. Alright. So then, in here, take this paste and just dab it in the oven. I'm not scrubbing, I'm just kind of wiping it on there to get it on there so it can sit. When you use the self-cleaning part of the oven, it bakes everything into like a charcoal and just leaves it in the bottom of the oven. You would normally think that, you know, your oven's going to be clean because you did the self-cleaning feature. But it doesn't stay clean. It doesn't actually get clean. It crystallizes the stuff, and then it puts it, it just bakes it to the bottom of the oven. This will clean all that off for you. Now you don't want to get it on your elements, so you want to kind of stay away from the element. Now I'm not scrubbing, I'm just dabbing it on there. And I don't know if you can see this. Let me see. Now, I'll put it all over the Now, I'll let that sit. See if you can see the stovetop. Okay. move the skillet so I can wash it. Then I'm just going to smear it on the top of my stove. Make sure I get around the edges of the burners really good. Now as that sits for a couple of hours, it'll kind of dry out a little bit, which is what you want. You can even leave it overnight if you want to. All right. All right. Now, it's all over the top of the stove and even up around here. You can't see it, but it's there. On there. And it's down on the whole inside of my oven. And I'll just let that sit for a couple hours. And then I'll come back and we'll clean it out. If you haven't already, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Get Lockered, and it helps my algorithms. And the more people I can get, the better ratings I can get. The more people that view my videos, the better ratings. So leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down. It doesn't matter. And even if you just let my video play while you're cleaning your oven or washing your dishes or whatever you're doing, that works for me. You don't have to watch but if you do, you never know what I'm going to do from day to day. It varies every day. So I'll be back in a couple of hours and we will wash out this stove. Okay, so when I was washing my breakfast skillet this morning, I noticed that on the back of it, it's kind of looking, this is supposed to be a green skillet. So I thought, I'm using this stuff, why not try it on the skillets too? So let's see how it works. I started checking all my skillets to see how they were looking, because I don't pay attention when I'm cleaning them. Usually I just grab an SOS and clean the outside of them and spend a couple of hours scrubbing. So let's see if this works better. Put that one in the skillet. What do you think? Then I've got another one here. It's not as bad. And they said you can even use this to clean the little lines that the cleaner makes in your shower when you're cleaning your shower. So I'm going to try that too, but I don't want to take you in my bathroom. So. And I don't think I've ever cleaned the bottom of this pan. And my mom bought it when I was 10 years old. That was more than 40 years ago. So we'll just see how this works. I just heard a crash in the basement. Dad's going through stuff for yard sale out of storage units. We're planning a yard sale the first weekend of April over in El Dorado. I'm just putting the stuff on. I'm going to let it sit while it sits on the oven and while I'm cleaning the oven, and then I'll clean this out, clean these out and see how they work. And they did say, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video, that they said when you scrape the stuff out and clean it all out of your oven, then you'll have to change your rinse water a few times. Then the last time you want to go over it with cold water, because it cuts because there's a lot of soap in here, and one touch of soapy water and it's going to foam up. So the last time you go through with cold water and rinse it all out really good with cold water, and that gets it to not be foamy. Okay, I'll be back in a couple hours and we'll see how this works. Okay, so it's been a little over 2 hours now, and I'm fixing to start washing these pans. Put you over here on this side. To see how they come clean. I'm using these little crochet scratchy things. They're kind of plastic and they won't scratch up the pan. So I'm going to use it to scrub the stuff off first. Scrub. I'm sure it would probably come off better. But the ladies on that YouTube channel that I saw this morning, they said you don't have to scrub. So I'm just wondering if they were telling the truth. But I saw them using razor blades inside the oven to get, and their excuse was that the oven hadn't been cleaned in a long time and they were getting the extra stuck on stuff off of there. So, you know, and maybe I didn't do something right. I don't know. Maybe I did something wrong. I'm not saying that they're not telling the right thing. But I'll tell you what, I'm using steel wool. I switched off those plastic scrubby things, and I'm using steel wool, and it's really not coming off of here. I'm thinking an SOS pad would clean it a lot better, because this pan still has the stuff on it. I know the pan's clean, but let's try another one. Yeah, it's not even making this stuff budge. It's really not. Now on the aluminum part where the handle is attached to it, it's kind of getting that off. But around the outside of the pan, it didn't do a whole lot. It really didn't. How disappointing is that? Okay, now this pan is the pan that I told you earlier was like 40 years old. It has a copper bottom. I want to see how it does on that. Well, this is the one side of the copper pan, and this is the other side. This is what it did look like, and this is what it does look like. So it works really good on the copper. Bless you. Get a pan of water. Okay, we're going to come over here to the stove. If you can do this. Alright, let's see. They're right here. Try their little scratchy thing. I don't know if you heard it, my father-in-law sneezed downstairs while I said bless you. I'm not going to go with a steel scratcher on my stovetop. So I'm going to stick with these plastic things. So if it doesn't take it off, then that's just what it is. I'll get some actual stovetop cleaner if it doesn't work. And clean the stovetop. But I don't see it working. My neighbor's getting a FedEx delivery, so the dog has to voice his opinion about it. Oi, stop. Okay. Remember, like I told you, they said that you have to change the water a lot because a little bit of water on this and you start getting suds. I don't know that I'll ever get all these suds off the stovetop. Can you see that? Suds. But I guess that's why they say to go over it the last time with cold water. This has a little green scratcher on it, one of those soft scratchers. I'm not seeing a whole lot of, well, I'm seeing some improvement. I mean, the stovetop's actually cleaner, but boy, stop. Okay, so, well, here, turn this around. Here is the top of the stove after. You see, this is what I was trying to get off, was this stuff right here, around there. It worked a little bit, but not as, I don't want to use a scratcher on my stove. Okay. See how it looks like it's pulled a bunch of the stuff up out of the inside of the oven. It stinks. Let's see what it does. Back around, pull the camera up here. See if we can see. All right. Look at that. Did pull up the grease. See? So I'm going to hit pause and then I'll come back and let you see the finished product, because you don't want to sit and watch me scrub this whole thing. So I'm going to hit pause and come back and show you the finished product. Okay, it's been an hour that I've been scrubbing in the oven, scrubbing with a steel wool pad. I've been scrubbing with this for an hour in my oven. Okay, let's turn around and see what it is. Okay, here's the stovetop. I didn't use the steel wool up here in this area because I don't want to ruin my stove. Is it clean? I don't think so. See, you can still see here. They said that they didn't have to scrub. Is my window clean? No. Now, on their behalf, they didn't scrub the oven. What they did was they got razor blades and scraped it with the razor blade. I'm not going to scrape the inside of my oven with a razor blade. I could, but I don't want to. I'll get me some Easy Off oven cleaner, and I'll clean my oven again using Easy Off, because I know that works. And in the meantime, it's cleaner than it was, but it took forever to get that soap out. And if I took a towel, a wet washcloth, a clean wet washcloth right now, and wiped inside that stove, I would get soap. So it's nearly impossible to get all the soap out. So now I'm going to go see how it worked in the bathrooms. I know it doesn't work on the outsides of pots and pans. It did on the copper, but I had to scrub that. And it didn't work as well as I would like for it to have worked in my oven. So, thank you for being here. You can choose whether you want to use it this way, because it is natural. It is better than all the chemicals you get from Easy Off and all that. Is it clean? I'm going to say no. Not clean. But it is cleaner than it was when I got the stove used 6 months ago, and all that the lady had done was wipe the inside of it out with a towel. It was not clean when I got it. I haven't done a good deep cleaning. I just got into using my oven and never even thought about cleaning it. Well, then when I spilled the meatloaf in there last night, when the meatloaf ran over the pan in there last night, then I knew it was time to clean my oven. So it's a lot cleaner than it was. I'll give them that. And I don't know the ladies' names, and even if I did know their name, to be honest, I wouldn't throw them under the bus, because they didn't scrub, so they didn't lie. They scraped with a razor blade. So if that's what you want to do to clean your oven, by all means, this is a good, clean way of doing it. So, yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and do something nice for someone. And by all means, get lockered. Thanks for being here. Okay, here's a final note. I just finished cleaning my bathrooms, and it's been another 40 minutes just cleaning my bathtubs and sinks. Do I think that cleaning solution works better than any other cleaning solution at getting the soap scum off the walls? It doesn't work any better than Ajax, and Ajax is a whole lot easier to rinse out. I suggest, if you want to use this all natural stuff, or more natural stuff, I'll put it this way, vinegar and baking soda and Dawn dishwashing liquid, then I suggest cutting the Dawn dishwashing liquid back, way back, because that is way too sudsy, and it's very hard to get clean. So, I'll put the description, or the ingredients, down in the comments below in the description, and Also, if you have time, check out our eBay store. My husband has over 500 items listed, and he's soon going to be listing more because we've bought more storage units. And the description for our eBay, or the link to our eBay store, is in the description below. So, once again, do something nice for somebody and get lockered.